Petty John's Cave in Georgia stretches for more than 6 miles underground. It's a labyrinth of twisting tunnels, many so narrow that you have to exhale just to squeeze through. In 2022, two brothers, Edward and James, documented their exploration for their small adventure channel. They were experienced, confident, until they reached a section cavers call the Wormhole. The footage shows Edward going first, his GoPro pressed inches from his face. After crawling for several minutes, he realizes the tunnel curves upward and narrows. He calls out, "James! James, can you hear me?"
James! James! It's been like 30 minutes since I last saw him. I don't even know where I'm at. I tried to go back to the last place I saw him, and everything just looks the same. It's just a jumble maze. We should have never split up.
But the echo swallows his voice. He's alone. His breathing grows erratic. You can hear the panic, the sound of someone realizing they can't turn around. It takes him almost 40 minutes to find a junction that reconnects with the main path. When he finally emerges, his face is pale, his hands shaking. He later admitted that while filming, he genuinely believed he would die down there. The brothers continued exploring after that, but they never went back into Petty John's wormhole. Watching the footage today, you can feel how small and fragile a human becomes when surrounded by hundreds of tons of rock and no way out. Before we continue, if you enjoy exploring true stories of the strange and unexplained, please subscribe. It helps the channel grow and ensures you don't miss the next descent into the unknown. Now, let's begin our journey underground. In 2019, a small YouTube channel run by hiker and explorer Connor Kelly uploaded a short video titled Exploring McCoy Mine, Nevada. It looked like hundreds of other mine exploration videos, shaky GoPro footage, voices echoing off stone walls, and the crackle of flashlight beams cutting through dust. At first, everything seemed normal, but about 6 minutes in, the tone changed. Connor's camera pans across the tunnel floor and catches a pile of objects half buried in dirt, sneakers, boots, even a child's shoe. The explorers laugh nervously, assuming it's just debris. Then someone notices what looks like a fragment of a bone beside the pile. They whisper, unsure whether to keep filming. One of them says quietly, "Let's get out of here." They leave moments later, visibly shaken. The video ends abruptly. Days after posting, Connor promised to upload a follow-up. He never did. The channel went dormant, and the footage remains the only known record from inside that section of McCoy Mine. Experts later suggested the pile might have been remnants from an old miner's dumping ground, but others aren't convinced. It's not the objects themselves that are disturbing. It's how deliberately placed they seemed, as if someone wanted them to be found. In the north of England lies Lost John's Cave, a system famous for its depth and its danger. In 2014, a group of experienced cavers descended through a series of narrow, water-filled tunnels. One of them, 27-year-old Bob Johnson, wore a head-mounted camera to document the descent. For the first several minutes, the footage is calm. Then the tone shifts abruptly. The camera jerks and you hear Bob shouting, "I'm stuck! Guys, help!" His breathing grows frantic. You can hear water sloshing behind him as the tunnel begins to flood. The others debate what to do. Pull him back or push him forward. Finally, one man grabs his ankles and yanks as hard as he can. Bob breaks free, gasping, shaking, his camera still recording. He survived, but later said that in those moments, he felt the cave breathing back. Lost John's Cave remains open to explorers, but the footage from that day is used in training courses to show how quickly calm can turn into chaos. The most disturbing caving footage ever recorded doesn't take place in a cave above ground, but deep beneath the water's surface. In 2005, world record diver Dave Shaw attempted to recover the remains of another diver, Dion Dreyer, from the depths of Bushman's Hole in South Africa. It's a vertical cave more than 900 feet deep. Dark, silent, and lethal. Shaw wore a head-mounted camera to document the recovery. The footage shows him descending through total blackness, lights illuminating a cloud of silt. Then at 885 feet, his line tangles. He struggles for several minutes. You can hear the rising strain in his breathing. The last thing captured before the camera goes still is a faint glimmer, the reflective surface of Dion's dive mask. Shaw never resurfaced alive. When rescue divers reached him 2 days later, they found that he had succeeded. Dion's body was attached to the recovery line. In his final act, he completed the mission he came to finish. Experts still show his footage privately, not as a horror story, but as a reminder of the risk, courage, and respect that deep cave diving demands.